I think I just found my new favorite bar in Ho Chi Minh City. So the most popular, well-known gay bars here in Ho Chi Minh City are Chin Chin, Frolic, Z9, and probably T-Bar. However, I feel like Azure offers something that the other places aren't quite able to offer. And I'm not just talking about the pool. So in this video, I'll be giving you a breakdown of the facilities available to you. I'll give you a rundown of their menu, their food and drink items. And of course, I'm going to talk about my experience with the boys. And then I'll try to explain the vibes here and how it differs from the other gay places that I've been to. And yeah, so let's just get started. So let's start with the facilities. So right when you come in, there's an entrance fee of 100,000. Entrance used to be free, but they only just recently changed it. So now entrance is only free on Mondays through Wednesdays, and it's 100K through Thursday to Sundays. However, the entrance fee does come with a free towel and a locker. And if you didn't bring a swimsuit or you just don't have one, you can rent one for 50,000. However, the swimsuits that you can borrow are kind of varied. So the one that I got was a little spicy, a little skimpy, and yeah, it was not very great for swimming unless I wanted to flash everyone in the water. But I had a friend who also borrowed a swimsuit, and the one that he got was a lot more proper, like an actual swimsuit. But honestly, I just recommend bringing your own swimsuit. Even if you are confident and you feel like you're not going to swim, just bring it anyways, because I feel like it's just not worth the hassle to rent. But the option is there just in case you want to, so that's a plus. And speaking of swimsuits, check out this super sexy and cute one I got recently. Like, not only is it super stylish and spicy, but it's also a lot more comfortable than you think something this skimpy would be. And I especially love this little hook thingy because, like, oh my god, it's like sexy, but also it's like not too much at the same time. You know what I mean? So if you're in Asia, be sure to check out Bozy for some super stylish and super sexy swimsuits. Normally, I don't even wear this kind of stuff, but if I can pull it off, you guys totally can too. Let me know in the comments and tag me on Instagram once you get your own pair. I would love to see it. But anyways, once you pay the entrance fee and walk into Azure, there's a lot of bar stools, a lot of chairs, a lot of lounging areas that you can, sit and relax in. If you go on a Sunday, which I did both times that I went, a lot of the bigger chairs and loungy areas were reserved. So if you're planning to go with a group of friends, I'd recommend just like calling in advance and reserving, because otherwise you're probably going to be stuck with like a small table with like 2 bar stools. So the most obvious facility is the pool. The pool comes with some bouncy balls and some mats that you can use to like float around in, to play with, which is good because the pool goes up to like 2.2 meters deep, which is deep. Like if you're someone who doesn't know how to swim, that might sound a little intimidating for you. So thankfully they have the bouncy balls and the mats that you can use to float around in. But like low key, that might actually be a very good way of trying to get a cute guy to come talk to you. Like just pretend you're dying or drowning, and maybe the hot guy in the corner will see you and come rescue you. But anyways, across from the pool are the showers and the lockers. So the lockers and towels, as I mentioned, come with the entrance fee that you purchase, which you can trade in at the bar counter. The lockers are a little small though, so make sure you don't bring like a ton of shit. Like don't come in with your like work laptop and gym equipment or whatever. Also, when it gets crowded, the showers can feel a little dirty at times with the wet floor and the dirt puddles here and there, but it is functional and there's hot water, and this is really only an issue when it was crowded. Now this place is mostly known as a gay pool bar slash lounge, but this place does offer some cruising areas, and there are 2 main ones. There is one on the bottom floor and one on the top floor. So on the top floor there's like this long hallway, and on the hallway there's like these 2 rooms. The rooms are semi-private, it's just covered with a curtain, and inside you can find people who are like lounging around, interacting with each other. Both rooms have like this massage table that you can use to like, relax in. And at the end of the hall is where the sauna, steam room, and another shower is. So in this area, there are like a lot of like these mini half showers, and they look kind of like, mini cubicles. And when it's crowded, people tend to come here to use this area to, further interact with each other. And at the end of the room is where the sauna, steam room, and extra shower is. When I was there last time, only the sauna was working, and the steam room, like no one was inside it. It was like just empty. But I think it still works. It's just that it just wasn't open at the time when I was there. I think it only opens when it gets crowded enough or when someone requests it, because the first time I came here, it was during the afternoon. And when I checked out this place, both the sauna and the steam room were like closed. Like it wasn't turned on, and no one was around. So yeah. But the second time I visited, it was like during the evening where it was a lot more crowded. And during that time, the sauna was open and available, and people were inside, they were using it. But the steam room, on the other hand, was still empty. No one was using it. So yeah, it's maybe by request, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, this entire top floor is mainly used for networking. And yeah, pretty much everyone was like here. Like the bottom floor was like pretty much empty. Speaking of the bottom floor, so the bottom floor area is set up with your typical mazy kind of aesthetic. You can walk around in it. It's dimly lit. Thankfully, it is not pitch black dark in there, which I personally think is a total turn off. Like, I really dislike it when a room is so dark that you can barely walk around in it. And thankfully, that is not the case here. To be honest, I feel like Azure is like the only place in Ho Chi Minh City that has like a well-lit networking area. Like, not just a maze that's like pure darkness, which I very much appreciate. However, it seems like the locals here don't really appreciate it because this bottom area was like pretty much entirely empty when I was visiting. Like, literally no one was in there. However, I also suspect this is because the room is heavily air conditioned, which is really uncomfortable and kind of an oversight in my opinion. Like, most people are like wet from swimming and it's like really cool, right? And now you're gonna blast them with like freezing cold air. I don't know, girl. So yeah, right next to the bottom floor loungy area is the first hot tub slash jacuzzi. So I know in like gay saunas and stuff, the jacuzzi is generally filled with like lukewarm or kind of cool water. Not the case here. The jacuzzi is actually pretty warm. Not hot, but just like warmer than lukewarm. Further ahead from this first hot tub slash jacuzzi is the second one. And this area also includes a little like smaller pool that you can like kind of dip your feet into. And the second hot tub slash jacuzzi is a little bit larger and also a lot hotter than the first one. So yeah, definitely a lot more relaxing. I like soaking in there. However, it's a lot more crowded than the first one. Like, it was pretty much always occupied on the day that I was there. And as for the river, I didn't try it, but let's just say people were using that area as another place to network. So, you know, have fun with that information. Now, onto the food and drinks. So when I went, I bought their blueberry yogurt smoothie, which was like 100,000, and it was really nice. Maybe it might be a little bit too sweet for like a Western audience, but for my Vietnamese ass, it was mwah. However, the presentation is a little lackluster. It comes in this like green cup, which is, you know, not super aesthetic, but it does taste good and it is relatively affordable. I mean, in comparison to like other bars. But I mean, like, it's definitely affordable if you're comparing it to like Western prices. And as for their alcoholic drinks, I think they're also pretty reasonably priced. They also usually have these deals where they sell cocktails for only like 80,000 each, which is really affordable in my opinion. As for their food, I didn't try any when I was there, but I'd say it seems like their food is like more snacky, so don't come here expecting a full dinner. It's more so like the food is there to like, you know, alleviate some hunger if you just start feeling a little bit snacky, you know what I mean? But now let's talk about the boys. Okay, y'all, so this place is definitely a hidden gem. Now, if you're an OG on this channel, you'd know that I have a weakness, and that weakness is big titty boys. And y'all, let me tell y'all that this place has enough big titties to fill like a James Charles harem or something. Like, a lot of the people here, like the majority, were like beach body ready. There are people who are like lean and twinky, and there are people who are like lean but buff, and there are people who are like just buff. Basically, everyone was like, it seemed like everyone there works out. You know, like 70 to 80% of the people there had like, you know, gym bodies. They were like beach body ready, or at least they walked around and they were confident with themselves. It was very nice to see. Also, I did spot an OnlyFans creator here. Like, honestly, I was kind of like shocked with the amount of like good looking people that like came here. It was kind of intimidating. Like, I guess I should have expected it because it is a pool bar, so only the gays who are like, you know, confident with their bodies would come here to swim and use the pool. I mean, this isn't to say that if you aren't confident with your body, you can't use the pool. I mean, you know what I mean, right? Also, there's a decent amount of foreigners here as well. And I'm not just like talking about like white people. Like, there were white people, but like there were like there was a good mix of ethnicities. Like, I spotted some Korean people, some Chinese people, there's some Filipino people. And actually, the last time I was there, I met this really cool Filipino dude. I think his name was Joe. And oh my god, Joe, if you're watching this, follow me on Instagram so we can reconnect. I don't know if you misheard me or something, but I said that, like, you know, once I'm finished exploring, I'll come out and then, like, you know, we can like add each other on Instagram or whatever to like stay in touch or whatever. But like, when I came out, I couldn't find you anywhere, and then like it was getting late and I couldn't wait that long, so I had to leave. So if you were like exploring around or something, just know that I didn't want to ditch you. It's just that, I don't know, I just couldn't find you. If you're here and you're watching this and you want to reconnect, just add me on Instagram and we can talk further. But anyways, yeah. And surprisingly, there wasn't just gay people here. There's like a decent amount of women here as well. And you know, they were just here enjoying the vibes, enjoying the company of, you know, their fellow gay friends. And I really like that, to be honest. Like, sometimes I feel like when it's only the gays together, the vibe it creates is kinda not great. Like, sometimes I feel like we gays, we create kind of like this like competitive or snobby vibe. Like this vibe of, you know, like snobby hot people trying to like look hot, appear hot. Like, they're trying to be seen and they're trying to be sought after. Like, they're kind of like looking down on you if you don't fit their like, you know, physical standard of beauty. And you know, I don't really like that vibe. Like, I don't like that exclusive kind of vibe that gays tend to have when we flock together. And other bars are kind of notorious for this. So I'm very happy to say that that kind of vibe isn't as prevalent here. Now, I am a bit of a shyer person, so I didn't really go out of my way to talk to people. So my opinion here may not be 100% accurate, but I feel like this place is really nice. When I was here, there's a bunch of gays in the pool. And while, yes, there was still that thing where, like, you know, the gays tended to stay within their friend groups, but it still felt like a lot more open than, like, at places like, for example, Chin Chin. Like, I felt like you could more easily just so happen to, like, swim out next to, like, a gay person and just be like, hey. Because, like, physically, it is a lot more open. Like, the pool is, like, open, right? Instead of, like, clustered groups of gays and their friends, like, just next to each other, it's more like they're dispersed and spread out, which I really like. Like, in theory, I think it'd be easier to make friends here, I think. Like, it's a lot more chill, and it feels less snobby than other places. Now, just to be fair, though, I feel like you can't really get rid of the snobbiness entirely. Like, there's this one time I was in the hot tub area, the second one, and this older, chunkier white gentleman, like, entered the pool. And keep in mind, like, the hot tub was, like, crowded. It was, like, kind of jam-packed already. And the older white gentleman, like, just out of pure necessity, because, like, you know, the pool was crowded, he sat next to this, like, younger Asian guy, and that guy just, like, had, like, a face of, like, pure disgust. And I was like, okay, bro, like he's just sitting next to you. You don't have to do him like that. Like, okay, if he was trying to touch you without consent or something, then, like, okay, I understand that. But, like, he was just sitting next to you, and, like, it was just, like, an immediate repulsion, and, like, it was pretty blatant as well. So I felt kind of bad for that white guy. Like, I hope he didn't see that. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, like, unnecessary mean girlness, you know? So yeah, there's still going to be some snobbiness here and there. But overall, I feel like the general atmosphere of this place is much more relaxed and a lot more chill. If I had more courage, I'd probably be able to make a friend here or two. Or at least I'd say, like, the likelihood of meeting someone who could be my friend here is a lot higher than, let's say, if I were to go to Chin Chin. I still like Chin Chin, but oh my god, like, the last few times I went to Chin Chin, like, it's just so difficult to make friends there. But anyways, honestly, yeah, after coming here like twice, I think I prefer this place over all the other places that I've been to so far. And I mean that in terms of, like, you know, making friends, like gay friends. Especially since, like, I'm not a huge nightlife / alcohol person in general. Like, I like being able to lounge around, just chill, and this place is, like, you know, perfect for that. I can sip on my smoothie, I can gawk at hot boys, and if I am feeling particular with someone, I have the option of, like, going upstairs to, you know, further interact with them. But overall, I think it's just a lot easier to say hi here than in other places. Like, this place really is a great social place. I think I would only not recommend this place if you are looking for a place to get fucked. And by that, I mean, like, drunk, like crazy party drunk. Like, if you want something that's more akin to, like, a typical nightlife outing, yeah, I think you'd just, like, be better off going to, like, the other gay bars, because this is not that kind of place. Not to say that you can't get drunk here, but just, like, the vibes here are different. You just gotta come here and see for yourself. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much everything I had to say about this place. It is definitely a new favorite, and I definitely plan on coming here more often, especially since it's, like, dog friendly. I can bring my Lucy, I can bring my dog. Maybe I could use this place to train up my courage a little bit, so I can be more comfortable with, like, approaching and talking to hot boys. Maybe I can use that tactic I explained earlier. You know, I could pretend to drown, and hopefully someone comes to save me. But yeah, that's everything. Give me a like if you enjoyed this video, because oh my god, like, I now understand why every YouTuber is like, oh my god, please give me a like, because girl, low-key, it actually helps so much. Like, it is the best way that you can support me for free. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions about this place or of any other places in general here in Vietnam or just in Asia, and I'll do my best to answer. So thanks for watching, you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.